So, wan with care, find we a time for frighted peace to pant and breathe, short-winded accents of new broils to be commenced in strands afar remote. No more the thirsty entrance of this soil shall daub her lips with her own children's blood. No more shall trenching war channel her fields, nor bruise her flowerets with the armed hooves of hostile faces. Those opposed eyes, which like the meteors of a troubled heaven, all of one nature, of one substance bred, did lately meet in the intestine shock and furious close of civil butchery, shall now, in mutual, well-beseeming ranks, march all one way, and be no more opposed against acquaintance, kindred, and allies. The edge of war, like an ill-sheathed knife, no more shall cut his masters. Therefore, friends, as far as to the sepulchre of Christ, whose soldier now, under whose blessed cross, we are impressed and engaged to fight forth with a power of English shall we levy, to drive these pagans in those holy fields, over whose acres walk those blessed feet, which 1400 years ago were nailed for our advantage on the bitter cross.
Then let me hear of you, my gentle cousin Westmoreland, what yesterday our council did decree for awarding this dear speech.
My liege, this haste was hot in question, and many limits of the charge set down but yesternight, when all athwart there came a post from Wales, loaden with heavy news, whose worst was that the noble Mortimer, leading the men at Hertfordshire to fight against the irregular and wild Glendower, was by the rude hands of that Welshman taken, 1,000 of his people butchering, upon whose dead corpse there was such misuse, such beastly, shameless transformation by those Welshwomen done, which may not be, without much shame, retold or spoken of.
Seems then that the tidings of this broil break off our business for the Holy Land.
This, matched with other, did, my gracious lord, for more uneven and unwelcome news came from the north, and thus it did import. On Holy Rood Day, the gallant Hotspur, young Harry Percy, and brave Archibald, that ever valiant and approved Scot at home did met, where they did spend a sad and bloody hour.
Here is a dear, a true industrious friend, Sir Walter Blunt, new lighted from his horse, and he hath brought us smooth and welcome news.
The Earl of Douglas is discomfited. Of prisoners, Hotspur took Mordache, the Earl of Fife, and eldest son to beaten Douglas, and the Earls of Athol, Murray, Angus, and Menteith.
And is this not an honorable spoil, a gallant prize, hot cousin, is it not?
It is vain, it is a conquest for a prince to boast of.
Yea, there thou makest me sad, and makest me sing in envy that my lord Northumberland should be father to so blessed a son who is the theme of honor's tongue, amongst a grove of the very straightest branch, who is sweet fortune's minion and her pride, whilst I, by looking on the praise of him, see riot and dishonor stain the brow of my young Harry. Oh, that it could be proved that some night-tripping fairy had exchanged in cradle clothes our children where they lay, and called mine Percy, and his Plantagenet, then I would have his Harry, and he mine. But let him from my thoughts. What think you cause of this young Percy's pride? The prisoners, which he in this adventure hath surprised, to his own use he keeps, and sends me word I shall have none but Mordache, Earl of Fife.
This is his uncle's teaching. This is Worcester, malevolent to you in all aspects.
But I have sent for him to answer this, and for this cause while we must neglect our holy purpose to Jerusalem. Cousin, on Wednesday next our council we will hold at Windsor, so inform the lords. But come yourself with speed to us again, for more is to be said and to be done than out of anger can be uttered.
I will, my liege.
What time of day is it, lad? drinking of old sack and unbuttoning thee after supper and sleeping on benches after noon. That was forgotten to the man that truly, which thou wouldst truly know. And what did devil have thou to do with the time of day? Unless hours were cups of sack, or minutes capons, or clocks the tongues of bawds, or dials the signs of weeping houses, or the blessed sun himself, a fair, hot wench and flame-colored taffeta. I see no reason why thou should be so superfluous to demand the time of day.
Indeed, you come near me now, Hal. For we that take verses go by the moon and 7 stars, and not by Phoebus, he that wandering night so fair. And pretty, sweet wag, as God save your grace. Wow, majesty I should say, for grace thou wilt have none.
What, none?
None by my troth. Not so much as for service prologue to an egg and butter.
Well, how then? Come, round. Round.
Ah, there then, sweet wag. When thou art king, let not us that are squires of the night's body be called thieves of the day's beauty. Let us be Diana's forester, gentlemen of the shade, minions of the moon, and let men say we be men of good government, being governed as the sea is by our noble and chaste mistress, the moon.
Thou sayest well, and it holds well too. For the fortune of us that are the moon's men doth ebb and flow like the sea, being governed as the sea is by the moon. As for proof now, a purse of gold, most resolutely snatched on Monday night, and most dissolutely spent on Tuesday morning. Now it is low in ebb as the foot of the ladder, and by it as high a flow as the ridge of the gallows.
But, my pretty, sweet wag, shall there be gallows standing in England? Oh, when thou art king? And resolution fobbed as it is with the rusty curve of old Father Antic the law? Do not thou, when thou art king, hang a king?
No! Thou shalt.
Oh, shall I? Oh, rare! By the Lord, I'll be a brave judge.
Thou judgest false already. I mean, thou shalt have a hanging of thieves, and so become a rare hanging.
Well, Hal, well, and art indeed the most comparative, rascalious, sweet young wag. But, I pray thee, trouble me no more with it. Would to God, thou and I knew where honesty and good names were to be lost. Thou hast done much harm upon me. God forgive me for it. Why, before I knew thee, Hal, I knew nothing. And now am I, if man should speak truly, little better than one of the wicked. I must give over this life, and I will give it over. By the Lord, and I do not, I am a villain.
Where shall we take a purse tomorrow, Jack?
Well, zoons, then, where thou wilt, lad, I'll make one. And I do not call me a villain in that.
Well, I see a good amendment of life in thee, from praying to purse taking.
Tis my vocation now. 'Tis no sin for a man to labor in his vocation. Boy!
Good morning, Ed.
Good morrow, sweet Hal. What says Monsieur Remorse, What says Sir John Sack and Sugar? Jack? Oh, my lads. Tomorrow morning by 4 o'clock early at Gadshill, there are pilgrims going to Canterbury with rich offerings, traders riding to London with fat purses. You have horses for yourselves, I have visitors for you all. We may do it as secure as sleep. If you will go, I will stuff your purses full of crowns. You will not tarry at home.
And be hanged. Ha! Hear ye, Edward. If I tarry at home and go not, I'll hang you for going.
Oh, you will, John! just to execute them, I cannot manage alone. All staff, Bardolph, and Pedo shall rob those men. Yourself and I will not be there. And when they have the booty, you and I cannot rob them. Cut this head off from my shoulders.
Hey, but it's like they will know us by our horses, by our habits, and by every other appointment to be ourselves.
Our horses they shall not see. I'll tie them in the wood. Our visits we will change after we leave them. Sirrah, I have cases of buckram for the nuns to amass our noted outward garments.
Hey, but I fear they will be too hard for us.
Two of them, I know they're to be as true-bred cowards as have turned back. And for the third, if he fights longer than he sees reason, I'll forswear arms. The virtue of this jest will be the incomprehensible lies. Same fat rogue will tell us when we meet at supper.
Well, I'll go with you. Provide us all things necessary and meet me tomorrow in East. There are some.
Farewell, my lord.
I know you all, and will a while uphold the unyoked humor of your idleness. Yet herein will I imitate the sun, who doth permit the base, contagious clouds to smother up his beauty from the world. That when he please again be himself, being wanted, he shall be more wondered at by breaking through the foul and ugly mists of vapors that did seem to strangle him. If all the world were playing holidays, the sport would be as tedious as to work. But when they seldom come, they wished for come. And nothing pleaseth but rare accidents. So when this loose behavior I throw off and repay the debt I never promised, by how much better than my word I am, by so much shall I falsify men's hopes. And like bright metal on a sullen ground, my reformation, glittering o'er my faults, shall show more goodly, and attract more eyes than that which hath no foil to set it off. I'll so offend, to make offense a skill, redeeming time when men think least of it.
My blood has been too cold and temperate, unapt to stir his indignities, and you have found me. For accordingly, you tread upon my patience.
But be sure, I will henceforth rather be myself, mighty and to be feared, than my condition, which hath been smooth as wool, soft as young down, and therefore lost that title of respect, which the proud soul never pays but to the proud.
Our house, my sovereign liege, will observe the scourge of greatness we use on it. That same greatness too, which our own hands have hoped to make so poor. My lord.
Oh, sir, get thee gone, for I do some danger, disobedience in thine eye, oh, sir. Your presence is too bold and peremptory, and majesty might never yet endure the moody frontier of the servant brow. You have been leave to leave us. When we need your use in counsel, we will send for you. You were about to speak.
Yea, but good lord, those prisoners in your highness's name demanded, which Harry Percy here at home took, were, as he says, not with such strength denied as is delivered to your man.
Either envy, therefore, or misprision is guilty of this fault, and not myself.
My liege, I did deny no prisoners. But I remember when the fight was done, when I was dry with rage and extreme toil, breathless and faint, leaning upon my sword, came there a certain lord, neat and trimly dressed, fresh as a bridegroom, and his chin new reaped showed like a stubble land at harvest home. He was perfumed like a milliner, and twixt his finger and his thumb, he held a pouncet box, which ever and anon he gave his nose and took it away again, who therewith angry, when next it came He questioned me. Amongst the rest, demanded my prisoners on your majesty's behalf. I then, all smarting with my wounds being cold, to be so pestered with the popinjay out of my grief and my impatience, answered him neglectingly, I know not what. He should, or he should not, for he made me mad to see him shine so brisk, and smell so sweet, and talk so like a waiting gentlewoman of guns and drums and boots. God save the monarch! And telling me the sovereignest thing on earth was Parnasetti for an inward cruise, and that but for these vile guns, he would himself have been a soldier. This bald and unjointed chatterface, my lord, I answered indirectly, as I said. And I beseech your grace, let not his report come current for an accusation betwixt my love and your high majesty.
The circumstance considered, good my lord, whatever Lord Harry Percy then had said, to such a person, in such a place, at such a time, with all the rest retold, may reasonably die, and never rise to do him wrong or any way impeach what then he said. So he unsay it now.
Yet he doth deny his prisoners, but with proviso and exception, that we, at our own charge, shall ransom straight his brother-in-law, the foolish Mortimer, who, on my soul, hath willfully betrayed the lives of those that he did lead to fight against that great magician, damned Glendower, and whose daughter, as we hear, this Mortimer hath lately married. Shall our coffers, then, be emptied to redeem a traitor home? No. On the barren mountains let him starve, for I shall never hold that man my friend, whose tongue shall ask me for one penny cost to ransom own revolted Mortimer.
Revolted Mortimer! He never did fall off, my sovereign liege, but by the chance of war, to prove that true needs no more than one tongue for all those wounds, those mouthed wounds, which valiantly he took when on the gentle Severn sedgy bank, in single opposition, hand to hand, he did confound the best part of an hour unchanging hearted great Glendower. Then let not him be slandered with revolt.
Thou dost belie him, Percy! Thou dost belie him. He never did encounter with Glendower. Art thou not ashamed? But, sir, henceforth let me not hear you speak of Mortimer. Send me your prisoners, and with the speediest means, or you will hear in such a kind from me as will displease you. My lord Northumberland, we license your departure with your son. Send us your prisoners, or you will.
Devil come and roar for them, I will not segment. I will after straight and tell him so, for I will ease my heart, albeit it hazard my head.
What trumpet caller, stay, pause a while. Here comes your uncle.
Speak of Mortimer. Soon I will speak of him, and let my soul want mercy if I do not join with him. Yea, on his part, I'll empty all my veins and shed my dear blood drop by drop in the dust, but I will lift the downtrodden Mortimer as high in the air as this unthankful king, as this cankered and ingrate Bolingbroke.
Brother, the king hath made your nephew mad.
Who struck this seat up after I was
He
gone?
will, forsooth, have all my prisoners. And when I urged the ransom once again of my wife's brother, then his cheek looked pale, and on my face he turned an eye of death, trembling even at the name of Mortimer.
I cannot blame him. Was he not proclaimed by Richard that dead is the next of blood?
He was. I heard the proclamation. And so it was when the unhappy king, whose wrongs must God pardon, did set forth upon his Irish expedition, from whence he intercepted, did return to be deposed, and shortly murdered.
And from whose death we in the world's wide mouth was scandalized and foully spoken.
But soft, I pray you. Did Richard then proclaim my brother and Mortimer heir to the crown?
He did. Myself did hear it.
Nay, then I cannot blame his cousin king that pushed him on the barren mountain star. But shall it be that you, that set the crown upon the head of this forgetful king, and for his sake wear the detested blot of murderous subordination? Shall it be that you, a world of curses undergo, being the agents, the base second meanings, the chords, the ladder, or the headband, rather. To put down Richard, that sweet, lovely rose, and plant this thorn, this canker Bolingbroke. And shall it in more shame be further spoken that you are fooled, discarded and shook off by him for whom these shames he underwent? No, yet time serves wherein you may redeem your vanished honors and restore yourselves into the good thoughts of the world again. Revenge the jeering and disdained contempt of this proud king who studies day and night to answer all the debt he owes to you, even with a bloody payment of your debts. Therefore, I say—
Peace, cousin! Say no more! And now, I will unclasp the secret book, and to your quick conceiving discontents, I'll read you matter deep and dangerous. It's full of terror and adventurous spirit has overwalked the current roaring Nile on the unsteadfast footing of the spear.
if he fall in, good night. Or sink, or swim. Send danger from the east to the west, so honor draws it from the north to the south, and let them grapple. Ooh, the blood more stirs her as a lion and to start a
Imagination of some great exploits drives him beyond the bounds of patience.
By heaven, methinks it were an easy leap to pluck bright honor from the pale-faced moon, or dive into the bottom of the deep, where fathom line can never touch the ground, and pluck up drowned honor by the locks, so he that doth redeem her thence might wear, without co-rival, all her dignities, but out upon his half-faced fellowship.
He apprehends of all the figures here, but not the form of which he should attend. Good cousin, give me audience for a while.
I cry you mercy.
Those same noble Scots that are in prison.
I'll keep them all. By God, he shall not have a Scotland. No, if the Scotland save his soul, he shall not. I'll keep them by this hand.
You start away and lend no ear unto my purposes. Those prisoners you shall keep.
Nay, I will. That's flat. He said he would not ransom Mortimer, forbade my tongue. Speak of Mortimer. And I'll find him when he lies asleep, and in his ear I'll howl at Mortimer. Nay, I'll have a starling shall be taught to speak nothing but Mortimer, and bid him to keep his anger still in motion.
Hear you, cousin, a word.
All studies here I solemnly advise that you gall and pinch this Bolingbroke, and that same sword and buckler Prince of Wales. But I think his father loves him not, and would be glad he met with some mischance. I would have a poison with a pot of ale.
Farewell, kinsman. I'll talk to you when you are better tender to attend.
I would watch so an impatient fool art about to break in this woman's mood, tying thine ear, to no tongue but thine own.
Why look you? I am whipped and scourged with rods, nailed and stung with pismire when I heard this vile politician, Bolingbroke. When you and he came back from Ravensburg, where I first bowed my knee unto this king of smiles, this Bolingbroke, I would a candy deal of courtesy his fawning greyhound then did proffer me. Look you, when his infant fortune came to age, and gentle Harry Percy, and kind cousin, oh, the devil take such cousins! God forgive me. Good uncle, tell your tale, I have done.
Nay, if you have not to it again, we will stay your liege.
I have done.
Then once more to your Scottish prisoners. Deliver them up without their ransom straight, and make the Douglas's son your only means for powers in Scotland, which, for diverse reasons, which I will send you written, be assured, my lord, will easily be granted. You, my lord, your son in Scotland being thus employed, shall secretly into the bosom creep of that same noble prelate, well beloved, the Archbishop.
Of York, is it not?
True.
Oh, I smell it. Upon my life, it will do well.
Before the king is employed, thou still let slip.
Why, he cannot choose but be a noble plot, and then the powers of Scotland and of York to join with Mortimer, ah?
And so they shall.
Vain is exceedingly well aimed.
And 'tis no little reason that bids us speak, to save our heads by raising other head. For bear ourselves as even as we can. The king will always think him in our debt, and we think ourselves unsatisfied until he hath found the time to pay us home. And see already how he doth begin to make us strangers to his looks of love.
He does! He does! We'll be revenged on him!
Farewell, cousin. No further go in this, and I by letter shall direct your course. When time is ripe, which will be suddenly, also to Glendower and Lord Mortimer, where you and Douglas and our powers at once, as I will fashion, shall happily meet, to bear our fortunes in our own strong arms, which now we hold in much uncertainty.
Farewell, good brother. We shall thrive, I trust.
Uncle, adieu. Oh, let the hours be short till fields and blows and groans applaud our sport.
Come, shelter, shelter. I've removed Falstaff's horse, and he flies like a young velvet.
Stand close.
Horns! Horns in the head! Horns!
Please, that kidney rascal. What a brawling us then.
Where's the boys?
He's walked to the top of the hill. I'll go seek him.
I am accursed to rob and at thieves' company. The rascal had removed my horse and tied him I know not where. If I travel but 4 foot by the square further at once, I'll break my wings. Alright! Ow! Play on me both! Arnold! Vito! I'll start. Here I'll rub a foot further. 8 yards of uneven ground is 30 and 10 miles with me, and a 30-hearted man is all about it. And play it monitor. Thieves cannot be true one to another. Play on both. Give me my horse, you rogues. Give me my horse to me. Hey!
Peace, effects. Lie down. Lay thine ear close to the ground, and list if thou canst hear the tread of travelers.
Have thou any levers to lift me up again, me down? Splat! Bear my own flesh no more I put again! For all the corn in the father of this chicken, huh? What a plague mean ye to call me a lad?
Thou art not culted, thou art unculted.
Go pay yourself to my hair, finally taken. All peace for this. And a foot too! Snare!
Let him tell the king. We are prepared. I will set forward tonight. Come now, Kate. I must leave you within these 2 hours. Oh. My good lord. Why are you thus alone?
For what offense have I this fortnight been a banished woman from my Carrie's bed? Tell me, sweet Lord, what is it that takes from thee thy stomach, pleasure, and thy golden sleep? Why dost thou bend thine eyes upon the earth and start so often when thou sitst alone? Why hast thou lost the fresh blood in thy cheeks and given my treasures and my rights of thee to thick-eyed musing and cursed melancholy? In my faint slumbers I really have watched and heard thee murmur tales of iron wars. Speak terms of marriage to thy bounding steed, cry, "Current! To the field!" And thou hast talked of sallies and retires, of trenches, tents, of palisados, frontiers, parapets, of basilisks, of cannon, cauldron, of prisoners ransomed and of soldiers slain, and all the currents of a heady fight. Thy spirit within thee hath been so at war, and thus hath so bestirred thee in thy sleep that beads of sweat have stood upon thy brow like bubbles in a late disturbing stream. And in thy face strange motions have appeared, such as we see when men restrain their breath on some great sudden pest. Oh! What portions are these? Some heavy business hath my lord in hand. I must know it, else she loves me not.
What hell? Have you brought the horses from the sheriff?
What horse, my lord? I brought him in now.
What horse? A roan, a crop-ear, is it not?
It is, my lord.
That roan shall be my throne. Well, I will back him straight. Oh, Esperance!
But hear you, my lord.
What sayest thou, my lady?
What is it carries you away?
My horse, my love, my horse.
Out! You madman!
A weasel! I'm not such an ill spleen as you are, Tostrel. Babe! I'll know your business, Harry, that I will. I fear my brother Mortimer doth stir about his title and has sent for you to mind his enterprise. But if you go so far afoot, I shall be weary, love. Come, you parakeet, to answer me directly to this question that I ask, and bid break thy little finger, Harry, if thou wilt not tell me all things true. Away! Away, you trifler. Love? I love thee not. Oh, I care not for thee, Kate. This is no world to play with maggots and to tilt with lips. We must have bloody noses and cracked crowns and pass them current to God me my horse. What sayest thou? Kate, what wouldst thou have with me?
Do you not love me?
Do you not indeed? Well, do not then. For since you love me not, I will not love myself. Do you not love me? Nay, tell me if you speak in jest or no. Come. Wilt thou see me ride? And when I am on horseback, I will swear I love thee infinitely. But hark you, I must not have you henceforth question me whither I go, nor reason whereabout. Whither I must. And to conclude, this evening must I leave you to conclude. I know you wise, but yet no farther wise than Harry Percy's wife. Constant you are, but yet a woman. And for secrecy, no lady closer. For I well believe thou wilt not utter what thou dost not know. And so far will I trust
7 dozen Scots at a breakfast, washes his hands and says to his wife, I want this quiet life! I want more!
Oh, my sweet Harry. How many hast thou killed today?
Give my roan horse a drench, says he and answers, some 14 an hour after, a trifle. Oh, really, call it Falstaff. I'll play Percy and that damn broad shall play Dame Mortimer his wife. Remo, says the drunk, call him ribs, call him tallow.
Welcome, Jack. Where hast thou been?
Plague all cowards, say I, and the vengeance too. Marry and amen. Give me a cup of sack. Plague all cowards. Ah, you rogue! Here's London, is that you? There is nothing but roguery to be found in villainous man. Yet, a coward is worse than a cup of sack with lime in it. A villainous coward! Go thy ways, old Jack. Die when thou wilt. If manhood, good manhood, be not forgot on the face of the earth, then I am a shot herring. God help the wild, bad world, say I. If manhood, good manhood, be not forgot on the face of the earth, then I am a shot herring. Give me a cup of sack. I'm a rogue if I drunk today.
Villain, thy lips are scarce white since thou tonguest last.
I'll do one for that. Plague all cowards, say I still.
What's the matter?
Are you not a coward? Answer me to that. And point there.
Oh, Zeus! You call me a coward? By the Lord, I'll stab thee!
I call thee a coward. Oh, I'll see thee damned ere I call thee a coward. But I would pay 1,000 pounds to run as fast as thou canst. You are straight enough in the shoulders. You care not who sees your back. Call you that the backing of your friends? Ah, a plague on such backing. Give me them who will face me. Plague of all cowards.
What's the matter, Jack?
What's the matter? What's the matter? Oh, there be 3 of us have taken 1,000 pounds this day morning.
Where is it, Jack?
Oh,
Where is it?
where is it? Take it from us, man! 100 on board 3 of us.
What, 100 then?
I don't know if I was not a half swords with at least a dozen of them, 2 hours together. I have escaped a miracle. I am 8 times thrust through the doublet, 4 through the holes. My buckler cut through and through. My sword hacked like a handsaw. Hey, see them? I have not dealt with them since I was a man. All would not do. Let them speak. If they speak more or less than the truth, they are villains and sons of darkness.
Speak, sirs. How was it? We 3 set upon some dozen.
16 at least.
No, they were not bound.
The rogue, they were bound, every man of them.
As we were sharing, some 6 or 7 fresh men set upon us.
And unbound the rest.
And what fought you with them all?
All? I not know what you call all. But if I fought not with 50 of them, I'm much obliged. If there were not 2 or 3 and 50 on poor old Jack, I Let drive at me. Okay? 4 rogues in buckram, let drive at me.
What for? Thou saidst but 2 even now.
4. Hal, I told thee 4.
Aye, he said 4.
These 4 came all at once and thrust maidily at me. Aha! I made me no more ado but to take all their 7 points in my target thus.
7! And there were but 4 even now.
In buckram?
Aye, 4 in buckram suits.
7! By these hilts, were I in villain else.
Prithee, let him alone. We'll have more about him.
Dost thou hear me, Hal?
I and mark thee too, Jack.
So, for it is worth listening to. So, these 9 in buckram I've told thee of.
So 2 more already.
Began to keep me ground, but I followed thee closely. Came in, foot in hand. Aha! And with a thought, 7 of the 11 I had paid.
Oh, monsters! 11 buckram men grown out of 2.
But, as the devil would have it, 3 misbegotten knaves in Kendall Green let drive at me and came at my back. 4 it was so dark out, thou couldst not see thy hand.
These eyes are like their father that begets them. Gross as a mountain, open, palpable, like thou clay-brained guts, thou naughty-pated fool, thou whoreson, obscene greased tallow.
What art thou mad? Art thou mad? Is not the truth the truth?
What? How did thou know these men in Kendall Green when it was so dark that thou couldst not see thy hand? Oh, come, give us your reason. What sayest thou to this?
Your reason, Jack? Your reason?
My reason? Upon compulsion? No! Zoons! And I were at the Strapato, or all the rats in the world. I would not tell you my reason upon compulsion. If reasons were as plentiful as blackberries, I would give no man reason upon compulsion.
I'll be no longer guilty of this sin. This sanguine coward, this bed presser, this horseback breaker, this huge hill of flesh!
Blood! You starving! You elf-skin! You dried meat tongue! You bull pizzle! You starfish! Oh, for the breath to tell what is like thee! You tailor's yard! You sheep! You bowcase! You vile! Standing! Talk!
Breathe a while and then do it again. And when thou hast tired thyself in base comparisons, hear me speak but this.
Mark, Jack.
We 2 saw you 3 set on 4 and bound them, and were masters of their wealth. Mark now, no plain tale shall put you down. Then did we 2 set on you 3, and with a word outfaced you from your prize and having, yea, and did show it to you here in the house. And Foster, you carried your guts away as nimbly, with as quick dexterity, and roared for mercy, and still run and roared as ever I heard bullcat. What a slave art thou, to hack thy sword as thou hast done, and say it was in fight. What trick, what device, what starting hole canst thou now find out to hide thee from this open and apparent shame?
Come, let's hear it, Jack. What trick hast thou now?
By the Lord! I knew thee as well as he that made thee. Why, here now, my masters. Was it for me to kill the heir apparent? Ha! Shall I turn on the true prince? Thou knowest, I am as valiant as Hercules. But beware instinct. The lion will not touch the true prince By the Lord, lads, I am glad you have the money. What? Shall we be married? Shall we have a play at the party?
And the argument will be thy running away.
No more of that, thou lovest me.
Oh, Jesu, my lord the prince.
How now, my lady the hostess, what sayest thou?
Marry, my lord, there is a gentleman at court at the door would speak with you, says he comes from your father.
Give him as much as will make him a royal man and send him back to my mother.
What manner of man is he?
An old man.
What must drag me out of his bed at midnight? Prithee, shall I give his answer?
Prithee.
In faith, I'll send it back.
Now, sirs, my lady, you fought fair, so did you, Pedo, and so did you, Bardolph. You are lions as well. You will not touch the true prince. No, fuck!
Faith, I rarely when I saw others run.
Faith, now tell me in earnest, how came false that sword so happy?
Why, he acted with his dagger and said he would swear truth out of England, but he would make you believe it was done in fight. Yeah, I persuaded us to do like.
Yay! And to tickle our noses with spear grass to make them bleed. And then to beslubber our garments with it and swear that it was the blood of true men. I did that I did not this 7 years ago. I blushed to hear his monstrous devices.
Oh, villain, thou stolest a cup of sack 18 years ago and wert taken with the matter, and ever since thou hast blushed extempore. Here comes Lean Jack! Oh, here comes Bare Bone! How now, my sweet creature of Wombat? How long is to go, Jack? Thou sawest thine own knee.
My own knee. Well, how, when I was about thy years, I was not an eagle's talon in the waist. I could have crawled into any alderman's thumb ring. A plague of sighing and grief blows man up like a bladder. But there's still this news abroad. Here was Sir John Bracy from your father. You must to court in the morning. That same old mad fellow with the North Percy, and he of Wales that had Lucifer coupled and swore the devil is true liegeman upon the cross of a Welsh hook. What a plague call you him?
Oh, Glendow.
Owen, say, and his son-in-law Mortimer too, and old Northumberland, and that sprightly Scot, Douglas, who runs up a hill perpendicular or horseback.
Oh, what a rascal thou art, praising so for running.
A horseback, you cuckoo! On foot, he'll not budge a foot!
Indeed, Jack, on instinct.
I grant you, on instinct. But he's there too. And 1,000 blue caps more. Worcester's stolen away tonight. My father's beard is turned white with the news. Harry, art thou not horribly afeared? Being heir apparent, could the world not pick me out 3 such enemies again as that fiend Douglas, that spirit Percy, and that devil Glendower? Art thou not terribly afraid? I'm with you.
In faith, I lack some of thy instinct.
Well, thou wilt be horribly chipped tomorrow when thou comest to thy father. If thou lovest me, practice an answer.
Do thou stand for my father and examine me upon the particulars of my life.
Oh, shall I? Content! This chair shall be my seat. This dagger shall be my scepter. And this cushion shall be my crown. Really comes next. To make my eyes red, let it be thought I am wet. For I must speak in a passion, and I will do it in King Cambyses' vein.
Well, here's my leg.
And hear it.
This is excellent sport, Faith.
Weep not, sweet queen, for trickling tears are in vain.
Why are we all discomforted?
Peace, good Wombat. Peace, good Ticklebrain. Harry! Not only do I marvel where thou spendest thy time, but how thou art accompanied. For lo, the chamomile, the more it is trod, the faster it grows. Yet you, the more it is wasted, the more quickly it wears. That thou art my son, I have partly thy mother's word, partly my own opinion, but chiefly a villainous trick in thine eye and a foolish hanging of thy nether lip. If then thou art son to me, here lies the point. Why then, being son to me, art thou so pointed at? Shall the blessed son of heaven prove truant and eat blackberries? Not a question to be asked. Shall the blessed son prove a thief and take purses? A question to be asked. There's a thing, Harry, known, which thou hast often heard of, and is known by many in our land by the name of pitch. This pitch, as ancient writers do report, doth defile. So doth the company thou keepest. For now, Harry, I do not speak to you in drink. But in tears. Not in pleasure, but in passion. Not in words only, but in woes also. And yet, there is a virtuous man, whom I have often noted in thy company, but I do not know his name. He is a goodly, portly man, of a cheerful look and a pleasing eye, and a most noble carriage. And as his age is some 50, by our lady inclining to 30 and now I remember me, his name is Foster. If that man be lewdly given, he hath deceiveth me. For I see virtue in his looks, Harry. And if the tree may be known by the fruit, as the fruit by the tree, then peremptorily
carried away from grace. There is a devil haunts thee in the likeness of an old fat man, a ton of man thy companion. Why hast thou conversed with that trunk of humors, that bulky bunch of beastliness, that swollen parcel of dropsies, that huge bombard of sadness?
Stuffed cloak bag full of goods, that roasted Manning tree ox with the pudding in his belly, that reverend vice, that great iniquity, that foul ruffian, that vanity in years. Wherein is he good? For to carve, keep it, and eat it. Where is he meat and cleanly, but to taste sack and drink it? Wherein cunning, but in craft? Wherein crafty, but in villainy? Wherein villainy, but in all things? Wherein worthy, but in nothing?
I would, your grace, take me with you. Whom means your grace?
That villainous, abominable misleader of you, Falstaff, that old white-bearded Satan.
Ah, my good lord, the man I know.
I know that list.
But, to say that I know more harm in him than I know in myself would be to say more than I know. The more that he is old, the more the pity for his white-haired stupidness. But, to say that he is, God saving your reverence, a whore master, that I utterly deny. If to be old and married be a sin, then many an old host I know is damned. If sack and sugar is a fault, God help the wicked. If to be fat be to be hated, well, the Pharaoh's lean cows are to be loved. No, my good lord. Banish Ito! Banish Bartov! Banish Boyd! But, as for sweet Jack Falstaff, kind Jack Falstaff, true Jack Falstaff, valiant Jack Falstaff, and being more valiant as he is old Jack Falstaff. Banish not him, thy heaven's coming. Banish not him, thy heaven's coming. Banish Plum Jack. Banish all the world.
I do. I will.
My lord, my lord, the sheriff with the most monstrous watches at the door.
Out, you move! Play out the play. I have much to say on that.
Oh, easy, my lord, my lord.
What's the
The
matter?
sheriff and all the watcher at the door, they wish to search the house. Shall I let them in?
Ah, dost thou hear now? Never call a true piece of gold a counterfeit. Thou art essentially made without seeing so.
And thou art a natural coward without instinct.
I deny your wager. If thou wouldst deny the sheriff, so. If not, let him in. If I become not a noose as well as the next man, a plague on thy bringing up.
Go hide thee behind the airs. The rest, walk up above. Now, my masters, for a true face and good conscience.
Both of which I had, but their date is out. So, I'll hide you.
Call in the sheriff. will tomorrow, by dinner time, send him to answer you, or any man, for anything he may be charged withal. And so let me entreat you, leave the house.
I will, my lord. There are 2 men. Having this robbery costs 300 marks.
Maybe so. And if he rob these men, he shall be answerable. And so, farewell.
Good night, my noble lord.
I do believe it is good morrow, is it not?
Indeed, my lord. I think it be 2 o'clock.
Now this oily rascal is known as one of the calls. He'll call him forth.
What's that? The ass is asleep behind the ears and snorting like a horse.
Hark, how hard he fetches breath. Search his pockets. What hast thou found?
Nothing but papers, my lord.
Well, let's see what they mean. Read it.
Item, a cake with 2 shillings sons. Item, sauce 4 shillings. Item, sack 2 gallons, 5 shillings 8 pence. Item, anchovies, sack after supper 2 shillings 6 pence. Item, bread 8 pennies.
Monsters, but 1/2 penny worth of bread. Tolerable deal, sack. What does else keep close? We'll read it at more advantage. There let him sleep till day. I'll to court in the morning. We must all to the wars, and thy place shall be honored. Oh, procure this fat rogue to charge of foot, and I know his debt will be a margin from 12 score. The money shall be paid back with advantage. Be with me betimes in the morning, and so tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Good, my lord.
Their promises fair, and our introduction full of prosperous hope.
My Lord Mortimer. And Cousin Lindauer. Oh. Will you sit down? And Uncle Wooster. Plate come and I forgot the map.
Oh, here it is. Sit, Cousin Percy. Sit, good Cousin Hotspur. By that name, as often as Bowling comes to speak of you, his cheek looks pale. With a rising sigh, he wisheth you in heaven.
And you in hell. Almost years old. Lindauer spoke.
I cannot blame him, for at my nativity the front of heaven was full of fiery shapes, of burning crescents, and at my birth the brave and huge foundation of the earth shaped like a coward.
Why, so it could have done, same season, if your mother's cat had been kittened, though yourself had never been born.
I say the earth did shake when I was born.
And I say the earth was not of my mind, if you suppose it's fearing you. Sure.
The skies were on fire. The earth did tremble.
Oh, then the earth shook to see the heavens on fire, and not in fear of your nativity. Disease of nature oftentimes breaks forth in strange eruptions. Oft, the teeming earth is with a kind of colic, pinched and vexed by the imprisoning of unruly wind within her womb, which for enlargement striving shakes the old belled earth and topples down steeples and moss-grown towers. At your birth, our random earth, having this distemperature, in passion shook.
Cousin, of many men I do not bear
shame the devil.
Come, no more of this unprofitable chat.
Ha! 3 times have I met Bolingbroke, and 3 times have I sent him bootless home and weather-beaten back.
Home without boots? And in foul weather, too! Oh, stinky fevers in the devil's name!
We have the map. Shall we divide our right according to our threefold order, Tame?
The Archdeacon has divided it into 3 limits, very equally. Namely, from Trent and Severn, hither to my south and east are to my far side. All westward, Wales beyond the Severn shore, and all the fertile land within that bound to Glendower. And dear cuz, to you, the remnant flying northward off from Trent. And our indentures tripartite are drawn, which means sealed interchangeably, a business that this night may execute tomorrow. Good cuz, you and I and our good Lord of Worcester will set forth to meet your father and the Scottish power as has appointed us at Shrewsbury. My father, Glendower, is not yet ready. He needs help these 14 days. Within that space of time, you may have drawn together lieutenants, friends, and neighboring gentlemen.
A shorter time shall send me to you, lords. And in my conduct shall your ladies come, from whom you must now steal and take no leave, for there will be a world of watershed upon the parting of your wives and you.
Methinks my moiety, Lord of Burton here, in quantity equals not one of yours. See how this river comes me cranking in and cuts me from the best of all my land, a huge half-moon, a monstrous cantala. I'll have the current in this place damped up, and here the smug and silver thread shall run in a new channel, fair and evenly. It shall not wind with such a deep indent to rob me of so rich a bottom here.
Not blind. It shall. It must. You see it doth.
Yea, but mark how he bears his course and runs me up with like advantage on the other side, yielding the opposing continent and taking as much on the other side as it gives to you.
Yay! But a little charge, a little trench in here, and on this north side, with this cape of land. And then he runs straight and even.
I'll have it so! A little charge, will do it.
I'll not have it altered.
Will not you?
No, nor you shall not.
Who shall say me then?
Why, that will I.
Oh, let me not understand you then. Speak in Welsh!
Oh, I can speak English, lords, as well as you. For I was trained up in the English court, where, being but young, I framed to the harp many an English ditty, lovely well, and gave to the tongue a helpful ornament, a virtue that was never seen in you.
Mary, and I am glad of it with all my heart. I had rather be a kitten and cry mew than one of these same meter ballad knockers. I had rather hear a brazen candlestick turn, or a dry wheel break on the axle tree, and that would set my teeth nothing on edge. Nothing so much as mincing poetry, just like the forced gait of a shuffling nag.
You shall have Trent's turn.
I do not care. I'll give thrice so much land to any well-listening friend, but in the way of bargain, mark ye me, I'll cavil on the ninth part of the hair. Are the indentures drawn? Shall we be gone?
The moon shines fair. You may away by night. I'll haste the rider, and with I'll bring with your wives of your departure hence. I fear my daughter will run mad, so much she doted on her Mortimer.
Aye, Cousin Percy, how you cross my father.
I cannot choose. Sometime he angers me so with telling me of the moldwarp and the ant, or the dreamer Merlin and his prophecies, and such a deal of skimble-scamble stuff as puts me from my faith. I tell you what, he held me last night at least 9 hours in reckoning up the several devils' names that were his lackeys. I cried,
gentleman, exceedingly well-bred, profited in strange concealments, valiant as a lion. Shall I tell you, cousin, he holds your temper in a high regard, and curbs himself even of his natural scope when you come across his humorous faith he does. I warrant you that man is not alive when to have tempted him without fear of danger, and reproof the drug use it oft. Let me entreat you.
In faith, my lord, you too are willful blame, and since coming hither have done quite enough to put him beside his patience. You must needs learn, Lord, to amend this fault, though sometimes it showed greatness, courage, blood, and that's the dearest grace it renders you. Yet oftentimes it doth present harsh rage, defect of manners, want of government, pride, haughtiness, opinion, and disdain, the least of which, haunting a nobleman's heart, loseth men's hearts, and leaves behind a stain on the beauty of all parts besides, beguiling them of commendation.
Well, I am schooled. Good manners, be your speed. Here come our wives, and let us take our leave.
This is the deadly spite that angers me. My wife speaks no English, and I no Welsh.
My daughter weeps. She'll not part with you. She'll be a soldier too. She'll to the wars.
Good father, tell her that she and my aunt Mercy shall follow in our conduct speedily.
Via numerai here. Novatin grande tempted Mortimer.
She's desperate here. A peevish, self-willed harlotry. One that no persuasion can do good upon.
I understand thy looks. I understand thy kisses, and thou mine, and that's a feeling, disputation, but I will never be a true love. Till I have learned thy language.
A nay! If you melt, then will she run mad. She bids you on the wanton brushes lay you down. And rest your gentle head on her lap. And she will sing the song that pleaseth you, and on her eyelids crown the goddess sleep.
With all my heart, I'll sit and hear her sing. By that time will our book, I think, be drawn.
Do so. And the musicians that shall play to you hang in the air 1,000 leagues from hence, and straight they shall be here.
Kate, thou art perfectly lying down. That I may lay my head in your lap. Go, ye giddy goose. Now I perceive the devil understands Welsh. By your she is a good musician.
You should be nothing but musical, for you are altogether governed by humor. Lie still, ye thief, and listen to the ladies sing in Welsh.
I'd rather lady my dog howl in Irish.
Wouldst thou have my head broken?
No,
Then be still.
neither. It's a woman's fault.
No, God!
The Welsh ladies then?
What's that?
And the indentures be drawn. All away with
but thou dost in thy passages of life make me believe that thou art only marked for the hot vengeance and the rod of heaven to punish my mistreadings. But tell me else, could such inordinate and low desires, such poor, such bare, such lewd, such mean attempts, such barren pleasures, and rude society as thou art matched withal and grafted to accompany the greatness of thy blood, and hold their level with thy princely heart?
I beseech your majesty, I would I could quit all offenses with as clear excuse, as well as I am doubtless and purge myself of the many I am charged with all.
God pardon thee. Yet let me wonder, Harry, at thy affections, which do hold wing quite from the flight of all thy ancestors. Thy place in council thou hast rudely lost, which by the younger brother is supplied. The hope and expectation of thy time is ruined, and the soul of every man prophetically doth forethink thy fall. Had I so lavish of my presence been, so common hackneyed in the eyes of men, so stale and cheap to vulgar company, opinion that had held me to the crown, had still kept loyal to possession, and left me in refuteless banishment. By being seldom seen, I could not stir, but like a comet I was wondered at, that men would tell their children, this is he. Others would say, where, which is Bolingbroke? Thus did I keep my person fresh and new, my presence like a robe pontifical never seen but wondered at. And so my state, seldom but sumptuous, showed like a feast, and won by rareness such solemnity. The skipping king, ho-ho-wee, ambled up and down, with shallow gestures and rash babbling wits, mingled his royalty with capering fools, grew a companion to the common streets, and falsed himself to popularity. That being daily swallowed by men's eyes, they surfeited with honey, and began to loathe the taste of sweetness, whereof a little more than a little is by much too much. And in that very line, Harry, standest thou, for thou hast lost thy princely privilege with vile participation. Not in eye is but a weary of thy common sight, save mine, which hath desire to see thee more, which now doth what I would not have it truly, blind itself with foolish tenderness.
I shall hereafter, my thrice gracious Lord, be more myself.
For all the world, as thou art to this hour, was Richard then, and even as I was then, is Percy now. He hath more worthy interest to the state than now the shadow of succession. He, being no more in debt to years than thou, leads ancient lords and reverend bishops onto bloody battles and to bruising arms. What never dying honor hath he got against renowned Douglas? Thrice hath this Hotspur, Mars, in swaddling clothes, this infant warrior in his enterprises, discomfited great Douglas, taken him once, enlarged him, and made a friend of him, to fill the mouth of deep defiant stuff and shake the peace and safety of our throne. What say you to this? Percy, Northumberland, Douglas, Mortimer, capitulate against us and are up. And wherefore do I tell these news to thee? Why, Harry, do I tell thee of my foes, which art my nearest and dearest enemy? Thou art like enough to fight against me under Percy's bed, to dog his heels in paper and his frowns to show how much thou art a general.
Do not think so. You shall not find it so. And God forgive them that have so much swayed your majesty's good thoughts away from me. I will redeem all of this on Percy's head, and in the closing of some glorious day be bold and tell you that I am your son. And that shall be the day when Eric writes that this same child of honor and renown, this gallant Hotspur, and this all praise at night, and your unthought of Harry chance to meet. For every honor sitting on his helm, would there were multitudes, and on my head my shames redoubled. For the time will come that I will make this northern youth exchange his glorious deeds for my indignities. Percy is but my factor, good my lords, when gross up glorious deeds on my behalf, and I shall call him to so strict account that he will render every glory up, yea, even the smallest worship of his time, or I will tear the reckoning from his heart. which, if he be pleased, I shall perform and to beseech your majesty may salve the long-growing wounds of my tongue. If not, the end of life cancels all bans, and I will die 100,000 deaths ere break the smallest parcel of this battle.
100,000 rebels died in this. Thou shalt have charge and sovereign trust herein. How now, Wombat? Thy looks are full of speak.
So hath the business I come to speak of. Lord Mortimer of Scotland hath sent word that Douglas and the English rebels met the 11th of this month at Shrewsbury. A mighty and fearful head they are.
The Earl of Westerland set forth today. With him my son, Lord John Glenison. On Wednesday next, Harry, you shall set forward. On Thursday, we ourselves will march. Our hands are full of business. Let's away. Advantage feeds in fact while men delay.
I was as virtuously given as a gentleman need to be. Virtuous enough. Swore little. Gambled not. Above 7 times a week. Went to a bawdy house once in a quarter. An hour. Paid back money I borrowed 3 or 4 times. I lived well and in good compass. Now I'm out of all order, out of all compass.
Why, Sir John, you are so bad. You must needs be out of all compass, out of all reasonable compass. Sir John.
Do thou amend thy face, and I'll amend my life. You are our admiral. Thou bearest the lantern in the poop, but 'tis in the nose of thee. You are knight of the burning lamp.
My face does you no harm.
No, I'll be sworn. I'll make as good a use of it as another doth of a death's head or a moment of glory. I never look upon thy face, but I think, oh, hellfire. Oh, thou art a perpetual triumph, an everlasting bonfire light. Thou hast saved me thousands of marks and links and torches. Walking would be in the night betwixt tavern and tavern. What the sack thou hast drunk me? Would have bought me lights as good, cheap, at the dearest chandeliers in Europe. I have maintained that salamander of yours with fire any time this 32 years. God reward me for it.
Splendid. I would, but that my face were in your belly.
God, mercy. So should I be sure to be heartburned. Now, Dame Parkett the head.
What do you think, Sir John? Do you think I keep thieves in my house? I have searched, I have inquired, so has my husband, man
be here. Oh, how? Is the wind in the door great? Must we all march?
Yay, two, chain gang fashion.
There, my lord. Hear me.
Oh, now, Mistress Quickly, how about thy husband? I love him well. He is an honest man.
Good, my lord. Hear me.
Lord, let her alone and listen to me.
What sayest thou, Jack?
The other night, I fell asleep behind the arras and had my pocket picked. This house is turned bawdy house deep.
What didst thou lose, Jack?
Would thou believe me, Hal? Some 3 or 4 bonds worth 40 pound apiece, and a seal ring of my grandfather's.
But trifles of 8 penny matters.
So I told him, my lord. And my lord, I said I heard your grace say as much, my lord. He speaks most vilely of you, like foul-mouthed man as he is. And my lord, he said he would crush you.
What? He did not.
There's neither faith, truth, nor womanhood in me, Al.
There's no more faith in you than an astute brood. Go to, you're a thing.
A thing? Say what thing?
Why, a thing to thank God on.
I am no thing to thank God on. I wish thou shouldst know it. I am an honest man's wife. And, setting thy knighthood aside, thou art a knave to call me so.
Oh, setting thy womanhood aside, thou art a beast to say otherwise.
A beast? Say what beast thou may thou.
What beast? What beast? Oh, why, an otter.
An otter, Sir John. Why an otter?
Well, she's neither fish nor flesh. A man knows not where to have her.
Thou art an unjust man in saying so. Thou, or any man, knows where to have me, thou knave now.
Oh, I don't say it's true, old man. And he slanders thee most grossly.
And so he does you, my lord. And
No.
said this other day you owed him 1,000 pounds.
Sirrah! Do I owe you 1,000 pounds?
1,000 pounds! How? 1,000,000! Thou owest me thy love, and thy love is worth 1,000,000 pounds.
Nay, my lord, who called you Jack? Said you were cousin.
Did I, Rudolph?
Yes, indeed, Sir John, you said so.
Yes, well, if he would say my ring were copper.
I say it is copper. There's not be as good as thy word.
What? How? Thou knowest that thou art but man, I bear. But, as thou art heir apparent, I fear thee as I fear the roaring of the lions will.
And why not as the lion?
The king is to be feared as the lion. Do you think I would fear thee as I fear thy father? Oh, nay. And I pray God, my girdle break.
Oh, and if you shoot out thy guts and fall about thy knees. But there's no room for faith, truth, nor honesty in that bosom of thine. It's too filled up with guts and hatred. Charge an honest woman of picking thy pocket wide out. Thou whoreson, impudent, embossed rascal, if there were anything in your pocket besides tavern reckonings, memorandums of bawdy houses, or one poor penny worth of sugar candy to make thee long-winded, I am the villain.
So you think you picked my pocket?
It appears so by the story.
Hostess. I forgive you. I'm pretty. Go, make breakfast ready. Love thy husband. Look to thy servants. Cherish thy guests. You shall find me tractable to any honest reason. You shall see I am pacified still. Nay, pretty, be gone. Now, for the news at court. For the robbery, lad, how was that answered?
Oh, my sweet thief. I must still be good angel to thee. The money is paid back.
Ah, I do not like that paying back. 'Tis a double labor.
I am good friends with my father, and may do anything.
Oh, well, rob me the exchequer the first thing thou dost, and with unwashed hands.
Do, my lord. I have procured thee, Jack, a charge of foot.
Oh, I would were it a horse.
Sparta!
My lord.
Go bear this letter to my Lord John of Lancaster, to my brother John. This one to my Lord of Westmoreland. Westmoreland. Jack, meet me tomorrow in the Temple Hall at 2:00 in the afternoon. There thou shalt know thy charge and there receive money in order for their friends. The land is burning. Percy stands on high. And it's either we or they that must lower thy.
Oh, brave words! Rare words! Hostess! My breakfast, come! I could wish this tavern were my drum.
Well said, noble Scot. If speaking truth in this fine age were not thought flattery, such attribution should the Douglas have, as not a soldier of this season's stamp should go so general current throughout the world. Oh, by God, I cannot flatter. I do defy the tongues of soothers, but a greater place in my heart's love than no man but yourself.
Oh, thou art the king of honor. No man so potent breathes upon the ground that I would beard it.
Do so, and 'tis well. What letters hast thou there?
My lord, I met letters from your father.
Letters from him? Why comes he not himself?
He cannot come, my lord. He is grievous sick.
So tell us he'll let him be sick now! Who leads his power? Whose government can they along?
The letters bear his mind, my lord, not I.
I prithee tell me, doth he keep his bed?
Yes, my lord. 4 days ere I set forth.
With the state of time at first been whole there through my sickness and visiting.
Sick now? Droop now? His sickness doth infect the very lifeblood of our enterprise. 'Tis catching hither, even to our camp. He writes here that inward sickness and that his friends by deputation could not so soon be drawn, nor did he think it need to lay so dangerous and dear a trust on any soul removed but on his own. Yet doth he give us bold advertisement that with our small conjunction we should on to see how fortune is disposed to us. For, as he writes, there is no toiling now. The king is certainly possessed of all our purposes. What say you to it?
Your father's sickness is a maim to us.
Perilous gash, a very limb lopped off! And yet, in faith, it is not.
It will be thought by some that know not why he is away, that wisdom, loyalty, and mere dislike of our proceedings kept the earl from hence. This absence of your father draws a curtain, which shows the ignorant a kind of fear before night dreamt
You
of.
strayed too far. I'd rather have his absence make this use. It lends a luster, a more great opinion, a larger dare to our great enterprise than if the earl were here. For men must think, if we without his help could make a head to push against the kingdom, with his help we could overturn it topsy-turvy down. Yet all goes well, yet all our joints are whole.
As heart can think, there is not a word spoke of in Scotland as this term of fear.
My cousin Vernon, welcome by my soul.
Oh, pray God, may you be worth a welcome, Lord. The Earl of Westmoreland and 7,000 strong is marching hitherwards. With him, Prince John.
No harm, no more.
And further, I have heard the king himself in person he set forth. Hitherwards intending speedily with strong and mighty preparation.
He is welcome to, what of his son, the nimble-footed madcap Prince of Wales?
Oh,
sun in March, this praise doth nourish sickness. Let them come. They come like sacrifices in their tree. And to the fiery-eyed maid of smoky war, all hot and bleeding, will we offer them. The male of Mars will on his altar sit up to the ears in blood. Oh, I am fired, his rich reprisal is so nigh, and yet not ours. Come, let me taste my horse who is to bear me like a thunderbolt against the bosom of the Prince of Wales. Harry to Harry shall, hot horse to horse, meet and ne'er part till one drop down the course. Oh, that Owen Glendower were come!
There is more news. I learned in Worcester as I rode along, he cannot draw his power these 14 days.
Oh, it's the worst title I hear yet. I by my faith that bears a frosty
What
sound.
may the King's full battle reach unto?
To 30,000!
40, let it be. My father and Glendower being both away, the powers of us may serve so great a day. Come, let us take muster speedily. Doomsday is near. Die all, die merrily.
Don't talk not of dying. I am out of fear of death or death's hand for this 1/2 year.
Cardinal! Get thee before the Coventry. Fill me a bottle of sack. Our soldiers shall march through.
Will you give me money, Captain?
Lay out, lay out. Bid my Lieutenant Pico meet me in town today.
I will, Captain. I will.
If I be not ashamed of my soldiers, I am a South I have misused the king's press damnably. I have got, in exchange of 150 soldiers, 300 non-pound. And now, my charge consists solely of slaves. As ragged as Lazarus in the painted cloth. I inquire me none but good householders. Yeomen's sons. Press me out contracted bachelors. And so much toast and butter, with hearts in their bellies no bigger than pins' heads. They have called out bushes. An old man, a madman, met me on the way. It told me I had unloaded the gibbets and impressed the dead bodies. No eyes have seen such scarecrows. I'll not march through Coventry with them, that's flat. For they do march wide betwixt the legs as if they had chains on. Well, in faith, I did have most of them out of prison.
How now, blown Jack? How now, Quilt?
What how? Madman, what the devil dost thou in Warwickshire? Oh, I cry your mercy, my lord. I thought you had head to Shrewsbury.
Thanks, Sir John, 'tis more than time that I were there, and you too. But my powers are there already. The king, I can tell you, looks for us all. We must away all night.
Never fear me. I am as vigilant as a cat to steal cream.
I think you steal cream indeed, but I theft authority may be butter. Oh, but tell me now, Jack, whose fellows are these that come after?
Mine. How? Mine.
I did never see such pitiful rascals.
Toss, man, toss. Good enough to toss. Food for powder, food for powder. They'll fill a pig as well as the next. Toss, man, mortal men, mortal men.
Aye, but Sir John, methinks they are exceeding poor and bare, too beggarly.
Faith, as for their poverty, I know not where they had that.
Sirrah, make haste. Percy is already in the field.
What, is the king camped already?
He is, Sir John, I fear we shall stay too long.
Oh, well, to the latter end of the fray and the beginning of a feast. Suits a dull fighter, keen guest.
fear and a cold heart.
Do me no slander, Douglas. By my life, and I dare will maintain it with my life. If all respect and honor bids me on, I hold as little counsel with a weak fear as you, my lord, or any Scot that this day lives. Let it be seen tomorrow in the battle which of us fears.
Yea, for tonight.
Tonight, say I!
Oh, come, it may not be.
The number of the king see the guards. For God's sake, cousin, stay till all come in.
I come with gracious offers from the king, if you vouchsafe me hearing and respect.
Welcome, Sir Walter Blunt. Would to God you were of our determination. Some of us love you well, even though some envy your great deservings and good name because you are not of our quality, but stand against us like an enemy.
And God defend, but still I should stand so long as out of limit and true rule you stand against anointed majesty. But to my charge, the king hath sent to know the nature of your griefs, and whereupon you conjure from the breast of civil peace such bold hostility, teaching his duteous land audacious cruelty. If that the king have any way your good deserts forgot, which he confesseth to be manifold, he bids you name your griefs. And with all speed you shall have your desires with interest, and pardon absolute for yourself and these herein misled by your suggestion.
The king is kind. And well we know, the king knows what time to promise, when to pay. My father and my uncle and myself did give him that same royalty he wears. When he was not 6 and 20 strong, sick in the world's regard, wretched and low, a poor, unminded outlaw sneaking home, my father gave him welcome to the shore. And when he heard him swear and vow to God, he came but to be Duke of Lancaster. My father, in kind heart and pity moved, swore him assistance and performed it too.
Tut, I came not to hear this.
Then, to the point. In short time after, he deposed the king. Soon after that, deprived him of his life, disgraced me in my happy victories, sought to entrap me with intelligence, raided my uncle from the council board, enraged, dismissed my father from the court, broke oath on oath, committed wrong on wrong, and in conclusion, drove us to seek out this head of safety, and withal to pry into that title, the which we find too indirect for long continuance.
Shall I return this answer to the king?
Not so. We'll withdraw a while. Go to the king. And in the morning early shall my uncle bring him our purposes, and so farewell.
I would you would accept of grace and love.
Maybe so we shall.
Pray God you do.
Musky hill. The day looks pale with its distemperature.
Southern wind foretells of a tempest and a blustering day.
Then with the losers, let it sympathize, for nothing can seem foul to those that win. How now, my Lord of Worcester? 'Tis not well that you and I should meet upon such terms as now we meet. You have deceived our trust, and made us doff our easy robes of peace to crush our old limbs in ungentle steel. This is not well, my lord, this is not well. What say you to it?
Hear me, my liege. For my own part, I can be well content to entertain the lag end of my life with quiet hours. For I do protest, I have not sought the date of this dislike.
You have not sought it. How comes it then?
Rebellion lay in his way, and he found it.
Peace, Jude, peace.
It pleased your majesty to turn your looks of favor from myself and all our house. And yet I must remember you, my lord. We were the first and dearest of your friends. It was myself looking no further than your new fallen right, the seat of Gaunt, dukedom of Lancaster. To this we swore our aid! But in short space, you were quickly wooed to grip the general sway in your hand. Forget your oath to us at Doncaster, and being fed by us, you used us so, as at a gentle lull, the cuckoo's bird useth the sparrow, did oppress our nest, grew by our feeding to so great a bulk that our own love durst not come near sight for fear of swallowing. But with nimble wing, we were enforced for safety's sake to fly out of sight and raise this present head, whereby we stand opposed by such means as you yourself have raised against yourself, by unkind usage, dangerous countenance, and violation of all faith and truth sworn to us in your younger enterprise.
These things, indeed, you have articulate, proclaimed at market crosses, read in churches, to face the garment of rebellion with some fine color that may please the eyes of the fickle changelings, and poor discontents, and never yet did insurrection want such watercolors to paint his cause, nor moody beggars starving for a time of pell-mell havoc and confusion.
In both your armies there is many a soul shall pay full dearly for this encounter once they join trial. Tell your nephews that the Prince of Wales doth join with all the world in praise of Henry Percy. I do not think a braver gentleman, more daring or more bold, is now alive to grace this latter age with noble deeds. For my part, I may speak it to my shame, I have truly been a chivalry, and I hear it doth doubt me too. Yet this before my father's majesty. I am content that he should take the odds of his great name and estimation and will to save blood on either side try fortune with him in a single fight.
No! Good listener, no. We love our people well, even those we love that are misled upon your cousin's part. And will they take the offer of our grace? Both he and they and you, yea, every man will be my friend again, and I'll be his. So tell your cousin, and bring me word what he will do. But if he will not yield, rebuke and dread correction wait on us, and they shall do their office. So be gone. We will not now be troubled with reply. We offer fair. Take it advisedly.
It will not be accepted on my life. The Douglas and the Hotspur both together are confident against the world in arms.
Hence, therefore, every leader to his charge. For all their answer, we will set them, and God befriend us, for our cause is just.
Now, if thou see me down in battle and bestride me, is a point of friendship.
Why, only a Colossus could do thee that friendship. Say thy prayers and farewell.
I would. We're bedtime now, and all well.
Well, thou owest God.
'Tis not due yet. It would be loath to pay him before his day. But what need I be so forward with him that calls not on me? Well, 'tis no matter. Honor pricks me not.
Yay!
But how if honor should prick me off again when I come? Can honor set to a leg? No. Or an arm? No. Or take away the grief of a wound? No. So, honor hath no skill in surgery then? No. What is honor? Word. What is in that word? What is in that honor? Air. A trim reckoning. Who hath it? He that died on Wednesday? Oh. Doth he hear it? No. 'Tis insensible then. Yea, to the dead. Ha. But will it not live with the living? No. Why? Oh, attraction will not suffer. Ah. Then I'll learn of it. Honor is a mere scutcheon. So ends my catechism.
Oh, no. My nephew must not know, Sir Richard, the liberal and kind offer of the king.
Your best he did!
Then we are all undone! It is not possible. It cannot be. The king should keep his word in loving us. He will suspect us still and find a time to punish his offense and other faults. Suspicion. All our lives will be stuck full of eyes. Look how we can! Or sad or merrily, interpretation will misquote our looks, and we will feed like oxen at a stall, the better cherished still than nearer death. Our nephew's trespass may be well forgot, that the excuse of youth and heat of blood and an adopted name of privilege, a harebrained huckster governed by a spleen. All his offenses live upon my head. And on his fathers, we to train him up. And this corruption being tamed from us, we as the spring of all shall pay for all. Therefore, good cousin, let not Harry know, in any case, the offer of the king.
Deliver what you will. I'll say it is so. Here comes your cousin.
My uncle has returned. Uncle, what news?
The king will bid you battle presently.
Divide him! Lord Douglas, go you and tell him so.
Marry,
Shall be very willing.
there is no seeming mercy in the king.
Did you beg any? God forbid.
I told him gently of our grievances, of his oath breaking, which he mended thus. By now forswearing that we are forsworn, he calls us rebels, traitors, and will scourge with haughty arms this hateful name in us. The king is never set before and challenge you to single fight.
Oh, would the quarrel lay upon our heads and that no man might draw short breath today but I and Harry Mulligan. Tell me, how shall his tasking seem to content?
No, by my soul, I never in my life did hear a challenge urged more modestly. He gave you all the duties of a man, tripped up your praises with a princely tongue, spoke to your deservings like a chronicle, making you ever better than this praise, and chid his truant youth with such a grace as if he mastered there a double spirit of teaching and of learning instantly.
Cousin, I think thou art enamored on his scholars.
Ah.
Never did I hear of any prince so wild a liberty. But be he as he will, yet one severe night I will embrace him with a soldier's arm, that he shall shrink under my courtesy.
Arms, gentlemen, to arms! For I have grown a brave defiance in King Henry's teeth, which cannot choose but bring him quickly on.
Arm! Arm with speed! And fellows, soldiers, friends, better consider what you have to do than I, that have not well the gift of tongue, can lift your blood up with persuasion.
My lord, I have letters for you.
I cannot read them now. Oh, gentlemen, the time of life is short. But if we live to tread on kings. If die, brave death when princes die with us. Now for our consciences. The arms are fair when the intent of bearing them is just.
My lord, prepare. The king comes on apace.
I thank him that he cuts me from my tail. For I profess not talking, only this. Let each man do his best. And here draw I a blade, whose temper I intend to stain with the best blood that I can meet withal in the adventure of this perilous day. Now! Percy, and set on.
What is thy name? That in the battle thus thou crossest me. What
Douglas, and I do envy that of us, because there are some who tell me that thou art a king.
They tell me true.
All's done. Ha-ha! All's won! Oh, here, breathless, lies the king. Whoa!
Where?
Here.
This Douglas?
Uh-huh.
No. I know this face full well. A gallant knight he was. His name was Blunt. Sensibly furnished like the king himself.
A fool go with thy soul whither it goes. A borrowed title hast thou bought too dear. Why dost thou tell me thou art a king?
King hath many more to get his coats.
By my sword, I'll kill all his coats. I'll murder all his wardrobe piece by piece until I meet the king.
Up and away! Our soldiers stand full fairly for the day.
And it's hot as molten lead. And it's heavy too. God, keep blood out of me. I need no more weight than my own bowels. I have led my ragamuffins when they are peppered. There's not 3 of my 150 left alive. So, who are you? Oh, Sir Walter Blunt. Wow, there's honor for you. Who comes here?
What? Stand aside idle here? I pretty rich thy sword. Many a nobleman lies stark and stiff on the field under the hooves of vaunting enemies whose deaths are yet unrevenged. I prithee, lend me thy sword.
Wow, I prithee, give me leave to breathe a while. Turk Gregory never did such deeds in arms as I have done this day. I have paid Percy. I have made him sure.
He is indeed a living to kill thee. I prithee, lend me thy sword.
Nay, before Godhound, if Percy be alive, thou getst not my sword. Oh, but, take my pistol, if thou wilt.
Where is it in the case?
Tis not. There's a sack to city.
Well, is it a time to chest and dally?
Well, if Percy be alive, I'll pierce him. I like not such grinning honor as Sir Walter hath. Give me life, which, if I can say, so. If not, honor comes unlooked for. And there's an end.
I prithee, Harry, withdraw thyself. Thou bleeds too much. Lord John of Lancaster, go you with him.
Not I, my lord, unless I did bleed too.
Beseech your majesty, make up, lest your retirement will amaze your friends.
I will do so.
Come, my lord, I will lead you to your tent.
Leave me, my lord. I do not need your help. And God forbid a shallow scratch should drive the Prince of Wales from such a field as this, where stained nobility lies trodden on and rebels arms triumphing massacres.
We breathe too long. Come, cousin Westmoreland. Our duty this way lies.
For God's sake, come!
Thank God thou hast deceived me, Landis. I did not think thee lord of such a spirit.
I saw him, oh Lord, Percy at the point. It's a trust to your maintenance, and I did look forward to such an ungrown warrior.
Oh, this boy lends battle to us all.
Another king. Hey, bro, I just heads. I am the Douglas, fatal to all of those that wear those colors on. Thou counterfeits the person of the king.
The king himself, who, Douglas, grieves at heart so many of the shadows thou hast met, and not the very king.
Yet, in faith thou do bearest thee like a king. Well, mine, I am sure thou art, where thou be. And thus I win thee.
Hold up my head by the sky! Without it, I never hold it up again. It's the Prince of Wales that pressures thee, who never promises what he means to pay. Cheerly, my lord.
How fares your grace?
My lord of Westfield and half for suckers. What is my brother John Blank?
Study and breathe, O Wombat. Oh, thou hast redeemed thy lost opinion. For so thou makest them tender, my life, in this fair rescue thou hast brought to me.
God, they did me too much damage. Never said I hardened for your death.
Make up to John. I'll to Westmoreland.
I say not. Thou art Harry London.
I'll speak as if I deny my name.
My name is Harry Percy.
Well, then I see a very valiant rebel with me. I am the Prince of Wales! And think not, Percy, to share with me in glory and glory. Two stars see not the ocean in one sphere, nor can one England brook a double reign of Harry Percy and the Prince of Wales.
Harry, for the hour has come to end the one of us, and would to God thy name and arms were now as great as mine.
Make it greater, and I come from thee. And every other bunny on thy crest I'll try to make a garland for my head.
I can no longer brook thy vanities.
most brave person. Fare thee well, great heart. Ill-breathed ambition, how much art thou shrunk? That when this body did contain a spirit, a kingdom for it was too small a bound. Now 2 paces of a vile earth is rule enough. This earth that bears me dead bears not alive so stout a gentleman. Take thy praises with thee to heaven. Thy ignominy live with thee in the grave, not remembered in my epitaph. What old acquaintance? Couldn't all this flesh keep in a little life? For Jack, farewell. I could have better spared a better man. Death hath not struck so fat as here today. Yet many dearer than this bloody friend. Embowered, I will see thee by and by. Till then, in blood by noble Percy.
Emboweled? Ha! Oh, you embowel me today. I'll give you leave to powder me and eat me tomorrow. Woo! Zoons! It's time to counterfeit. For that hot termagant Scot that they Scot and lot too. The better part of valor is discretion. In the which better part, I have saved my life. Zoons. I am afraid of this gunpowder Percy. Will he be dead? Oh, but how he should prove counterfeit too and rise. By my faith, I feel he shall prove the better counterfeit. Therefore, I will make him sure. Yea, and I'll swear that I killed him. Why, may he not rise as well as I? Nothing confused me but eyes. Nobody sees me. Therefore, Sirrah, with a new wound in your thigh, come you. Come you along with me.
Before I loved thee as a brother, John, but now I can respect thee as my spirit.
Bazaar, whom have we here? Did you not tell me this fat man was dead?
I did. I saw him dead. Breathless and bleeding on the ground. Art thou alive? I prithee, speak. We will not believe our eyes without our ears, and thou art not what thou seest.
No, that's certain. But I am no double man. If I am not Jack Falstaff, I am a Jack. Here lies Percy. If thou father would do me any honor, so. If not, well, let him kill the next Percy himself. I look to be either Earl or Duke at the measure.
Why, Percy, I killed myself and saw thee dead.
Didst thou? Oh, Lord, how the world is given to lying. I'll give him a piece of my sword to eat.
This is the strangest tale that ever I've heard.
This is the strangest fellow, Brother John. The trumpet sounds retreat. The day is out. Come, let's to the heights of the field and see what friends are living, who are dead. If a lie may do me grace, I'll build it with the happiest terms I know. Oh!
I'll follow, as they say, for reward. He that rewards him, me, God reward him. If I do grow great, I'll grow less, for I'll purge and I'll leave sack, and I'll live cleanly as a nobleman should do.
Thus ever in rebellion, pride, rebuke, ill-spirited was there. Did we not send grace, pardon, in terms of love to all of you? 3 knights upon our party slain today, a noble earl, and many a creature else had been alive this hour, if like a Christian thou hadst truly borne betwixt our armies true intelligence.
What I have done my safety urged me to, and I embrace this fortune patiently, since not to be avoided, it falls on me.
Bear Worcester to the death. Other offenders we will pause upon. How goes the field?
The noble Scot, Lord Douglas, when he saw the fortune of the day quite turned from him, the noble Percy slain, and all his men upon the foot of fear fled with the rest. And falling from a hill, he was so bruised that the pursuers took him. At my tent the Douglases, and I beseech your majesty I may dispose of him.
With all my heart.
Then, Brother John Lancaster, to you his honorable bounty shall belong. Go to the Douglas, deliver him up to his pleasure, ransomless and free. His valor shown upon our crest today hath taught us to cherish such high deeds, even in the bosom of our adversaries.
Then this remains, that we divide our power. You, son John, and my cousin Westmoreland, towards York shall bend you with your dearest speed to meet Northumberland and the prelate Scroope, who, as we hear, are busily in arms. Myself and you, son Harry, shall towards Wales, to meet with Glendower and Lord Mortimer. Rebellion in this land will lose his sway, meeting the check of such another day. And since our business so fair is done, let us not leave till all our own